When a man earns money, he dreams of giving his wife the best. But when a woman earns money, she feels like she doesn't need a man. All clear? अगर कोई doubt हो तो comment section में बता.
Narcissists trade into a new relationship very quickly because relationships are so superficial for them. For the rest of us, leaving a relationship that meant something to us or even that was just confusing, our roots went deep. So it takes a while before you can reconstitute and enter a new relationship. Narcissists, boom. They've often replaced you by next Saturday night.
2030, 60% of women between the ages of 32 and 50 are going to be single.
Wow.
Yes.
That's huge.
Huge. Huge, huge, huge. And it's because women are just evolving, doing the work. They've got careers, but they're also doing the inner work. Most men out there are not doing any work. I know a lot of guys. So I think it's time for men to really step up.
So half of men from the ages of 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out in person. And more than 70% of young women are waiting or desperately wanting men to approach them. So obviously we've got a huge problem here. And the fear of rejection, we hear a lot about rejection, but what about the fear of the what if? Don't you think that should be bigger than the fear of rejection?
And here's what happens when the men check out. I get to go home. My house is quiet. I don't want no drama, no foolishness, no texting, no nonsense going on. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I can just go home. I could just go home. I could be out there dating, but why would I do that? When all of these modern women don't have a good head on their shoulders, why would I be out there? For what?
So half of men from the ages of 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out in person. And more than 70% of young women are waiting or desperately wanting men to approach them. So obviously we've got a huge problem here. And the fear of rejection, we hear a lot about rejection, but what about the fear of the what if? Don't you think that should be bigger than the fear of rejection?
Question for the single woman, just out of curiosity. In the year of 2026, outside of the gym, which for some reason we've collectively agreed is not like a socially acceptable place to approach women, if you were just out and about, like shopping, like at a restaurant or a cafe, would you appreciate if a guy walked up to you and tried to talk to you and get your number? Or would you prefer to be completely left alone in public and only reached out to through Instagram DMs and Hinge?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Well, honestly, this might be a hot take, but it's never been easier for men to approach women, make the first move, but they're still so bad at it. Like, just deeply think about it. Like, you literally have platforms that match you, like Hinge, Tinder, or Coffee Meets Bagel, and yet you still don't want to make the first move? You still don't want to be the one to text first and plan a date. All the men just need to step it up because genuinely I think we're losing this art form.
A lot of these modern women don't really understand what they're losing. They think for some reason they're going to have their time in the sun forever, right? So you might have a good man or a solid man. Not saying the man is perfect. Not saying that, he got some stuff to work on. He got a lot of stuff to work on, but so do you. A lot of times modern women think they're perfect. And so that man that was there for you would do anything for you. You don't want that man. You want to go see other people. You want to go do your thing out there. You want to have a hot girl summer. But then when you stop messing around and you see that, oh, well, wait, actually, there's nobody going to take care of me like he does. I ain't going to come crawling back. By that time, he's moved on.
A lot of the men who I thought were super alpha and super masculine are actually really feminine. Maybe they had this over-the-top, exuding, charming personality. They were outgoing, but when it came to relationship, they were looking for someone who was their mom. They were not looking for someone who was their wife. Like, you have to be a little masculine. He has to be a little feminine. Yeah. There needs to be polarity. He needs to be able to soften with you, and you need to be able to soften with him as well. But no wonder I felt so masculine in those eras, or I was the fixer always, and it was because I was constantly attracted to that.
And I'm not suggesting we should do anything to get in the way of women's ascent, but we have to acknowledge no group in America has fallen further faster than young men. And the country and women aren't going to continue to flourish if young men are flailing. And they are really struggling. 1 out of 3 men who hasn't cohabitated by the time they're 30 or married someone is going to be a substance. Here's a stat. This freaked me out. 45% of men 18 to 24 have never asked a woman out in person. You know, no one wants, they get a lot of mixed signals. No one wants to be that guy that approaches a woman at the bar and it's unwelcome and he's now that guy. He's a creep. But now what you find is in surveys, 80% of women still say they want the man to initiate romantic interest.
Say, and I get lost in the nothingness inside me. I was confused, and I let it all out. Find that I'm not the only person with these things in mind. Inside of me, but all the vacancy, the words revealed is the only real thing that I've got left to feel. Nothing to lose. Just stuck, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel.
This is honestly something that if more and more women could understand, there would be so much more support for men out there, specifically husbands, because these men, they want to feel driven. They want to feel like they are supporting something bigger than themselves. They want and need your love and appreciation. That is it. That is what pulls them out of feeling discouraged or stressed or feeling less worthy. Honestly, I think that this is the most important message that I ever talk about. It's that this is a very effective way for women to support men. I'm telling you, ladies, this will make the biggest difference in that man's life.
You see a lot of these modern women, they want you to do things on their timeline, how they want you to do it, right? And honestly, a lot of these modern women, they throw words around like he's a narcissist or he's emotionally unavailable. And the guy is just really just trying to date at speed. I mean, God, if the man come up and you know, you're just going fast. Hey man, here's some flowers. Hey, I want to take you out here. But you just saw me a couple of days ago. Oh, okay. I mean, well, I guess we can spread it out. Yeah, I did. Let's just slow it down. Let's just slow way down. Oh, man. That's the way y'all talk. But then when a man says, okay, well, let's slow it down. Oh, you're moving too slow. Do you like me or not? Okay, let's do something balanced. And yeah, I don't know. He seemed like he don't seem like he really don't like me. So what is it that you want? I want a man that just knows how I feel. No, that's not going to be me, and that's not going to be any man. Modern women are confused because they don't know what they want.
All a man really wants to do, ladies, I'm sure you don't believe this, he wants to make you happy. But if he gets to the point where he believes nothing will, then he gets angry. And then he looks for some other place to feel like he's enough, because that's his upbringing. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying that's what it is. And by the way, women, as they get older, if they feel like they're not cherished and loved, and sometimes they aren't, or someone else becomes more important to that person, then they get angry and intense. And so now we have people that love each other generalizing, distorting, deleting about the other side. Then it's hard to even have a new relationship, because you're still, when you come to a new relationship, you put across this person the filter of what's happened in the past. And if they do something similar to that person, oh, you better not do that. And we get angry and upset. It isn't even them. How many get this? Say I.
It's funny because modern women have this thing to where, say for instance, a man might, stop reciprocating, or he might kind of pull back. From the time that man starts pulling back to the time that she notices, it's going to be relatively quickly, unless she has somebody else. But when he pulls back, and give him about a week. Oh, you're not doing what you used to. I don't know if we're going to make it, because if a man can't show up like this for me consistently, never mind that you've been showing up for her left and right. The moment you stop showing up, even after you told her, hey, I just feel like I'm not getting anything out of you, she's going to be upset. I don't know if you're the man that I expect you to be. But on the other side, it's been months since she's shown any type of reciprocation. It's been months since she's taken any initiative, since she's done anything for you. But you're supposed to be okay with that, because I'm just a girl. And well, that's not really how it's supposed to be. A man's supposed to lead, and you're supposed to wait on me and I'm just going through something. It's not all about you. You need to worry about somebody else and you need to have empathy and so on and so forth. Instead of just saying, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I haven't been showing up for you like you've been showing up for me. I'll do better.
How bored would my husband be if he knew what kind of mood I was going to be in all the time? Can you imagine coming home to the same version of me every day? Predictable, stable, regulated? No, thank you. I could be anyone when he walks through that door. This is a live production.
It's called being peaceful. Also, men don't see stability as boredom. They love that. That's their favorite. He doesn't want to walk on eggshells. I mean, is this news to women? Men actually want, I know who I'm coming home to. They want that woman that where it's like, okay, she's in a good mood most of the time. She's gonna treat me good. Maybe she had a rough day or she's stressed a little bit, but she's pretty much gonna be the same woman I'm with. And it's just weird because I get it, it's a joke, but it's not funny. But it's like, instead of being like, okay, I need to regulate myself better, I'm not good at this. It's, oh, I'm just keeping things interesting. No, you're not. If you want to keep things interesting, surprise him with a different restaurant. Cook him something new. Try something new make him banana bread. Surprise him with a date. Do something that you haven't done for him before. Heck, do your hair differently. Like, wear a cute sundress. Like, you can keep things interesting in a different way that's actually healthy.
Let me tell you something. You modern women got a man showing up for you for years. Doing your bidding, fighting off these other men that be dogging you out, simping for you. Ungrateful. Pretty much buy you anything that you want as long as he can afford it. And it ain't gonna put him out. That ain't the man that you want. Show up for you, be on the phone with you, gotta go to work early in the morning, gotta get up and go to the gym, need to be grocery shopping, on the phone with you. Had a business meeting, because some of these men are missing business opportunities. And you might sit up here and say, oh man, he an idiot for that. Maybe so. But he's trying to invest in you. And this is what men are trying not to do. See, I have this opportunity, but I'm trying to give you my time. And when y'all continue to waste a man's time, he says, you know what? I'm not missing no more opportunity. Well, you shouldn't in the first place. Exactly. But I did it because I thought you was going to be a good investment. And now that I know for sure, with 100% certainty, that you as a modern woman are not going to be a good investment, I'm going to be taking the business meeting every single time.
Yeah, I was the first to do it because I'm a man.
Andy Sam is the first U.S. player to reach a major semifinal since 2009. How would you describe
male player?
Beg your pardon?
Male player, right?
Yes, first male player.
You're not coming with me. I need all of the attention on me.
Mid-July, when you and I were forever wild. The crazy days, the city lights, the way you
Women are too emotional.
like a child. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still
Hurry up. Are you really going to be the reason we're late again?
my aching soul? I know you will. I know you will. I know that you will. Will you still love me when I'm no longer?
The devil hates a happy marriage. Let's just say it out loud. He hates a wife who supports her husband. He hates a husband who is trying to do the right things. He wants divorce. He wants single motherhood. He wants a home with no father figure. Because when the father is removed, the whole house becomes easier to attack. The wife becomes more vulnerable. And the enemy knows that a strong, united marriage builds strong, united families. So wives, our prayers over our husbands are so much more than keeping him safe on the drive or at work. We are praying over the calling on his life. We are praying over his strength, his clarity, his leadership, his spirit. We are covering our home through him. Because when he stands strong, the whole house stands stronger. The enemy wants weakness. He wants distance. He wants cold marriages and tired hearts. But he cannot have your home. Not when you pray, not when you fight spiritually, not when you go to war for the man you married. So tonight, lift him up. Speak life over him, because your marriage is worth protecting, and the devil knows it.
A lot of these modern women don't know when to be quiet. They don't know when to stop. Just stop talking. They don't know when to shut up. They'll say silly stuff like, well, I don't need a man. I can do it all by myself. And not only have they started saying it, they've started showing men, oh, we actually don't need you. Look at me move this mattress that I got from Casper. It's all rolled up. I was able to push it up the stairs, twist and turn and do all of it, which is fantastic. You're going to need those skills, but you really don't need to broadcast or have a man catch a stray. You really don't even know that. You really don't even need to do that. You can just say, man, look what I've done. Or you can make it as part of your vlog. Oh, I'm just, moving and I got a new mattress. Look, girl, Lisa, I love it, this and that. And instead of just doing that, you bring a man into it and say, oh, well, I really don't need a man. Look what I've done. I've moved my own mattress. I've set up my own bed. Great. That's what they make it for. There's going to come a time and a day where you get tired, where you get exhausted. And guess who you're going to come crying to? The internet. I want a man. Man, I'm just, it's not that I can't do it. Well, you want a man to do it. We got it. We already know the line. We already know the plot. Plot twist, there's no plot twist. You already told us which twist and turn to watch out for. And men see it all.
One of the busiest people that I've ever dated, like busiest, most successful people I've ever dated, was the most responsive person. And I always asked him, I was like, why do you respond so quickly to me or anyone? And he said, communication is a form of respect. And if you respect the person, you'll get back to them as soon as you possibly can. And he was busy. Let that sink in. Busy isn't the problem. Lack of priority is. People don't forget to reply to the people they respect. They choose where their energy goes. If someone keeps you waiting, guessing, spiraling, that's not mystery. That's disregard. And if you're used to inconsistency, you'll call disrespect normal just to survive it. High value people don't vanish when life gets hectic. They communicate so no one feels disposable. Slow replies don't mean they're busy. They mean you're not important enough to interrupt comfort. So raise your standards. Because when someone respects you, you'll never have to chase clarity. It shows up on time.
I think also what you see in today's society is how fearful a lot of these shows have made young ladies. A lot of things that they say in society, well, watch out for this, don't go over here, don't do that. And specifically, be afraid of men. Be afraid of men. And so a man is just walking around minding his business. He's not really doing anything. But because society has mentioned to a lot of these young ladies, hey, this is the way that men are. This is what you can expect from a man. There has been no time in history where a man has been nice to a woman. He's always used her for X, Y, and Z. So always be fearful. Always look out for yourself, which, I mean, honestly, you should be looking out for yourself anyway. So I understand it. But the way that people are making it seem is that all men are criminals. And a man is saying, I would never even do that. That has nothing to do with me. The vast majority of men, statistically speaking, are not doing any weird stuff. They're not involved in any criminal behavior. And I guess now, talking about it, weird is subjective, right? But they're not doing anything that's, really honestly and truly criminal, right? Literally. But this is what men are being treated like. And you're wondering why men don't approach. Is because whether subtly or outright, you're treating me like I'm a criminal.
You know, that's really rare. Hotels work.
Why?
Because there's nothing in the environment that she's accountable for. It's that connecting emotionally and mentally leads to the physical desire to do that. But also one of the ways that women get hurt is they want to connect, so they initiate, but they don't mix. And so the initiation has no desire in it. And it's her desire for you that starts the party. So if it's just like, can we dance? Do we have to? But when we're needy for attention and connection, and we will try to do that. We will sex when we don't really want sex. It's not about pleasure and desire. It's about getting your attention. And it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well at all. And it's another thing that men don't know about women, that and we'll talk about it in the Queen's Code, and it's so beautiful how it really works, is how much the biggest turn on for a man is his woman's desire for him. And the biggest turn on for her is his desire for her. 100%. But when we're worried about, like, if men have been rejected, then they're going to tone down their desire. Like my husband would be kind of like looking for the signs that I was going to say yes.
Once again, a lot of these modern women, they don't really even know what they want. I want an alpha male. I want a man that's decisive, until you start to realize that the decisive man is a man that checks a couple of things, looks around at a couple of things, and he does what? He makes a decision. And so a lot of times he's just going ahead and moving. I want a man that takes initiative. You don't really even know what a man taking initiative looks like. You're not going to like it. You want too much control. And a man that's decisive like you want, that takes initiative like you want, that man beat and already moved. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong. Just let me know how it goes, so the next time I can correct it. If it don't need to be corrected and you just nagging and you complaining, I don't want to hear that. But if it's something that I actually need to hear, I can stop and hear you out. That's how successful men are. That's how successful people are. If I need to stop and hear something and fix it, I can do that. But if you ain't really talking about nothing, shut up talking to me. Modern women get in the face of men that are decisive, of men that are moving. We're not talking about being, wealthy and having a lot of money. We're just talking about a man that makes decisions. I know this. I know where I need to go. And you're standing in his way. What about this? What about that? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about that? And it drives a man up a wall, because I can't get anywhere. I can't do anything. And at the end of the day, you're going to be complaining again about how we didn't get anywhere. But it'd be because of your mouth. You didn't be quiet when we said, okay, let's go over here. Let's do this. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if we should. Y'all don't. A lot of modern women talk about what they like, and they really don't even know what they talk about.
Guys, I swear, I can't make that up. I thought chivalry was dead, but apparently I've just had terrible taste in men. So I go on a date tonight with a guy, and he's older, he's old school. So we get to the restaurant and we get to the table and he pulls out the chair for me. But since I haven't had somebody do that for me in a very long time, which I know is so sad, I didn't think it was for me. So I go around the table and I sit on the other side. So he's just staring at me. He's like, oh, I was pulling out the chair for you. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Clearly I'm not used to this. And it's just so sad that that didn't even cross my mind, because I haven't been treated like that in a very long time. I didn't think he was doing that for me. So guys, please keep doing those small little things. It means the world to girls, at least for me, even if it takes us a little bit to realize that That's what you're doing. And to anyone that's going to say, oh, that's not a big deal, you should choose the men you date better, that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm trying.
I think modern women get in the habit of asking about good men and how you can find them. But I think, if you really are actually honest with yourself, you'd understand that the good man in a lot of situations was really always there. He's right in front of your face. It's just that a lot of times you don't want to acknowledge it. I've seen street interviews, and you obviously see it in your life where a woman will be describing a man, and the man that she's describing will be right there beside her. Well, I'm looking for this. Oh, but he's a friend and I can't. And she will sit up there for years on end, decades even, mess around with the people that she's not supposed to be messing around with, knowing that these guys are doing her dirty. And then at the end of it, want to go back to the man that's been standing beside her the last 5-10 years and want him to be like, okay, yeah, I've been waiting on you. I mean, you don't think that's disrespectful? No, because I was at a different time of my life then. Y'all gotta learn, because y'all be doing it in y'all's life when a job comes, or when a networking opportunity comes, or when somebody says, hey, I want you to get into this business. Okay, I'll do it. And whether it works out or not, y'all jump into it and it don't work, and y'all try it again and it don't work, and y'all try it again and it don't work again. Y'all are getting to all this other stuff. Y'all get tied down to all this other nonsense. But when it comes to the man that you're supposed to be with, oh, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Why don't you just go out to coffee with him just to see where you're at? I don't know. It might ruin some stuff. And the stuff that you ruined, going and messing around with everybody else, now you want him to fix it. Interesting.
I had a question come in. How should a man pursue a woman, and how should a woman respond to being pursued?
Vigorously. Intentionally. Yes, man should pursue a woman intentionally. Don't play games. And a woman should make sure that a man is pursuing her intentionally and not playing games. Enough already of this, 5-year, 10-year, whatever stuff. No, be intentional, right? If you're not at a place where you're ready to be married, we tell our kids this all the time. If you're not at a place where you need to be married, leave them alone. Leave them alone. If you're not ready to be married, leave them alone. You entering into those kind of serious relationships before you're ready to be married is like going shopping without any money. Either you're going to leave frustrated or you're going to take something that doesn't belong to you.
I saw a video of a woman crying because she had turned her dude down so much that he practically ignored her. The women in the comments said he should have better communicated his needs. 1, she turned him down so much that he got used to it and became uninterested and started ignoring her. 2, of course the women in the comments gonna say he should have better communicated his needs. It's not holding that woman accountable, and I'm the type of woman that's gonna hold other women accountable. See how they switched it? That's narcissistic as women. Well, he should have did this. Well, what more did you want him to do? What more did them women want? Like I stated before, us women agree with it when it benefits us. And I'm not that type of woman. That woman turned that man down so much that he got used to it, became uninterested, and started ignoring her. Now you on video crying. Blame you. Hold yourself accountable. And the women in the comments saying he should have better communicated his needs. What more the freak did you want this man to do? What more did you want this man to do? Besides what you wanted him to write it on his forehead? It doesn't make sense. Us women don't hold each other accountable. Now, do we have some messed up men out here in these relationships and these marriages? Yes, we do. But we cannot dispute the fact that we have some messed up women in these marriages and relationships too.
I don't want to be an arsehole, but my husband's gone away for a business trip this week and it's been lovely. Is this what it'll be like if he dies? Or if he leaves me? I don't mind it.
Chivalry is but it's harder to find because too many of you settle for less than you deserve. When people can do the bare minimum and still get everything they want, there is no incentive for them to strive for more. It's a cycle that lowers the standard for everyone. But you have the power to change this. By being more selective and refusing to tolerate poor treatment, you set a new standard. Courtesy can make a comeback, but it starts with you. Respect yourself and don't accept anything less than kindness, respect, and yes, chivalry.
Do you ever notice how quickly men switch up when they decide that they don't want you anymore? Like, you are seeing a completely 180 different side of them. And the one thing about men is that they are very selfish and they will always put their feelings first. For example, a woman will stay in a relationship until she's like, you know what, this isn't working. I have tried everything. But a man will wake up on a random Tuesday and in 5 minutes make a decision that he doesn't want to date you anymore. He doesn't want to be with you anymore. All those years, poof, simply because he didn't like the way that he felt in the moment, and they react on how they feel in that moment versus really thinking it through. My point is, men are very selfish creatures and they will switch up on you when they decide that they don't want you anymore.
Because the key is with women who kind of monkey branch from one man to the other is they pick men that they don't truly admire to begin with. They pick men that just adore them, but they don't particularly admire. When they're in that position, they automatically feel like they can do better. The moment you are with a man that just totally adores you and you don't truly admire him, you think this must not be the best deal. Because if it was, I would be admiring you more. So they're constantly on the lookout for a man that they truly admire. And until they find that, they'll keep their eyes open. But if they find a man that they truly admire and they're truly attracted to, those two things, admiration and attraction, she's loyal to a fault.
I hate the fact that people wait till their kids are 18. If you're miserable when your kid's 7, bounce.
Good people just grow at completely different speeds or just like in completely different ways. And it's okay. Like, your growth isn't something you have to apologize for. Outgrowing a relationship doesn't mean you're selfish or ungrateful. It's like you're just human. That's what happens. There's no attraction or chemistry left. This is more common than women admit, because we're conditioned to be grateful for someone who treats us well. But intimacy is a core part of a partnership for most people.
And then, this is the scary version, when we figure out how to fulfill it ourselves, you're because now we're done with you.
Did you know that these famous men practiced celibacy at one point or another? Because I definitely didn't. While filming the movie Silence, Andrew Garfield was celibate for several months in 2016. Not only was he celibate, but he was also fasting. So on a podcast, Andrew revealed that for a period of time, he was experiencing some pretty wild and trippy experiences. Terry Crews revealed to ET that he had a 90-day fast with his wife, Rebecca. He said that what was beautiful about it was that it took him to a time when he was 12 years old, liked a girl, and didn't know anything about. At first, Terry thought that the fast was going to be horrible, but later said that it was the best thing we had ever done. Justin Bieber was celibate for 1 year. In 2019, he told Vogue that he had a legitimate problem with and decided to abstain so he could get closer to God. Justin said, "I think sex can cause a lot of pain. Sometimes people have sex because they don't feel good enough, because they lack self-worth." And honestly, what Justin said can be very true. No matter the reason for practicing celibacy, if you learned something new today like I did, comment down below.
6 foot, if it matters. 6'1", if it matters. 6'4", if it matters. Let's grab a drink. Let's grab a drink. Let's grab a drink. Let's skip the small talk and go straight to the drink. I never checked this thing. Hit me up on IG if you want to talk. I'm looking for someone who's passionate about fitness. Looking to make some new connections. Just moved here. Show me around. I'm looking for a reason to delete this app. Are you that reason? I'm athletic and nerdy. ENTJ. 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 Big math nerd here. I'm looking for that spark. What do I find sexy? Ambition. I'm just checking this out, seeing where things go. I love eating food and drinking liquids. I prefer to skip the small talk and do something crazy, like a hike. I'm not good at writing these things. If you want to know something, just ask. Career-oriented guy. Pretty unique guy here. Can go from going out with friends to watching a movie. ENTJ.
You single?
No.
How long you had a man?
5 years.
And how long have you had a baby?
He's almost 2.
Was it with him or with somebody else?
Him.
So how much does he have to make to take care of you and your daughter?
At least $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
W woman. I mean, she shouldn't be wearing stuff like that if she's got a husband. But there still is good women out there. She's not asked about how much that fella makes, as long as they're getting by. All is not lost. If you want to try and find a woman of God, download the Avon app. You can ask it questions such as, how can I find a woman of God? And it'll give you qualities that a woman should have to know she's all for the Lord. Some women out here do want a family. They do want the right man. They don't want to sleep around. They want to be the best version of themselves. And God bless them women that want that. Because there's too many women out here wanting to party and get the body count higher. And they're not asked about being a wife, only when it's too late. Stay woke in these streets, like big brr.
Hyper-independent women do not need to heal. They need to learn how to receive. They don't want to spend their lives in healing, dismantling all of their systems. They don't want to unpack every single childhood wound, rewire every single belief, start from scratch, because the truth is their systems have served them. They've built successful careers, safe homes, they've created order from chaos. A lot of these women came from unpredictable backgrounds and have created order. They like how they operate. They like their routines. They love that they're perfectionists. They like how they look. They love how efficient they are. They love how clear and capable they've become. Maybe they want to stop isolating when they're overwhelmed. Maybe they want to learn how to receive in their relationships, set boundaries with family, how to go out after that promotion. Maybe they want to stop showing up for family without feeling guilt, or call in a partnership that matches their energy rather than drains it. This is not about healing everything. It's about making space for more reciprocity, more connection, without losing the strength that actually serves hyper-independent women.
All they want to do to you is fuck.
So many women in the comments agree with it, but it's crazy because if you ask them what they bring to the table, they'll say, I am the table. So that's literally all they want to offer, and they mad that's all you want, like you got any other option. Why do you think inside of a relationship they try to use this leverage? Because that's what they bring to the table, and they can't give you too much of it, otherwise they'll lose that leverage. That's why the will get on his birthday and holidays if he's a dummy. Or how about the fact that I'm 35, and even though I don't want to get married no more, I used to always want to. But imagine when the whole time all I was doing is just have. Because you can think a relationship is real, but it's not. They can think they better than you, but it don't matter. You just gave me this whole time. We ain't have to do all that extra shit. So it ain't a problem when that's all they want. It's not a problem when they cheating on you and that nigga on the side just want that. It's like when you they boyfriend or husband, they just gotta treat you the worst. They gotta figure out a reason to make you look like the enemy. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
I don't think men marry until they're ready. 100%. And a lot of the times it has nothing to do with the woman that they choose. Yeah. A lot of the times they could have a great woman that caters to them and loves them, and they know that they can build something great. And it takes a certain type of man to say, okay, this woman is with me with where I am. But a lot of the times when men aren't financially stable, or they don't know what they want to be or what their purpose is, and they don't know who they are, and it could be all three or any of the three, I don't feel like a man is ready to commit to marriage because he hasn't even committed to himself. That's true. And so I think that we have to take a lot of the pressure off of us as women being like, well, why didn't this man choose me? Because it's easy to get married and it's easy to be in a relationship, but being with a person that is aligned, that understands that there is a yearning and a desire to know who you are and to move in integrity with that person, that's a different type of relationship, which is why 2 out of 3 marriages end in divorce, right? Because people don't take the time to really solidify those things first.
Because I'm in a relationship, I move like my partner is always watching, even when he's not. I don't need my husband around to act right. I don't need supervision to be respectful. I don't need reminders to stay within my boundaries, because how I move isn't based on who's watching, it's based on who I am. A lot of people are only as loyal as their partner can see them. When their partner's around, oh, they're solid. They're respectful, they committed, they are locked in. But as soon as the partner's not around, their entire behavior shifts. Now it's It's not that serious. They don't have to know. It's just a conversation. And that's not loyalty. That's performance. You're not committed. You're a talented actor. Because real loyalty isn't about what you do in front of your partner. It's what you allow yourself to do when they're not there. The conversations you entertain, the energy you give off, the doors you leave open. That's the real you. And let's be real. It's easy to behave when you're being watched. Anybody can do that. But integrity, discipline, and respect will always show up in private. So no, I don't change how I move based on who's around. Because I don't just respect my relationship when it's visible. I respect it when it's not. And that's not pressure. That's character. What you do in private will always reveal more about you than what you do in public.
Feminism gave us choice. It gave you choice to be a stay-at-home mom, and it gave me choice to... No, it actually took away your choice. Because as soon as the government realized that women could be manipulated into being a voting bracket and to contributing to a 2-household income, and that they could tax that, everything broke after that. You guys are the same people that complain about the fact that we cannot survive off of a single income household, which is true. I'm not going to argue that. But you can't in one breath say that you can't survive off of a single income household in 2026 in America, and then also say that you have the choice to be a stay-at-home mother this day. And let's just for one second grant you the idea that back then we had absolutely no choice, which is not true, but I'm just going to grant you that idea. Wouldn't you rather have the obligation that actually left women much happier than they are in 2026 right now? Women are on record levels of SSRIs, antidepressant and anxiety medications, therapy sessions. Women are not happy. Neither are men, but this is about women right now. Sure, there were things that women dealt with back then, but overall happiness rates were better. Women could stay at home with their children. They didn't have to outsource care to some other person. Feminism was the perfect lie that gave you the illusion that you have choice, while turning you into a sheep that votes for whatever they tell you to. So yeah, I'd rather not have choice. Honestly, I'd rather not have choice. I'd rather it be one way. And that one way, I prefer it to be when women were happier and could stay at home with their children and cook and clean for their husband and not listen to another man that's not their husband tell them what to do all day at a 9 to 5. Feminism is a lie.
We are losing men to peace. We are losing men to ourselves. Men no longer prioritize women. The man at peace is an unbuyable man. Some women are still thinking that men are in that scenario of chasing after, calling, despairing for the lack of a woman, for her absence, when in reality, today's man, he is increasingly valued. He understood that a woman is not the center of his life, that a woman is not the most important thing in the world. It is perfectly possible to live without one. Today's high-value man, he seeks to make money. He seeks to do business. He seeks to grow, to develop himself. He removed women from his focus. Today's man, he realized that his peace is worth more. There is no relationship that can buy his peace. Today's man, he is unbuyable. He is non-negotiable. The peace he chose for his life has become non-negotiable. If you are a woman and are waiting for a man to venerate you, a man to idolize you, a man to dote on you, I'm very sorry, but perhaps that won't happen, because the more time passes, the more we have seen that today's generation of men is not like the generation of old, and it is we women who have been losing high-value men, serious men, hardworking men, dedicated men.
I was in the smoking area last night and my friend goes to me, I feel like creepy because I like the look of someone. Like, he didn't even try to talk to her. He just felt like a creep for even wanting to. And I think this big age of like anti-men, but not all men, and this like, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend vogue. The men can see it, you know. Like, as someone that sometimes dates men, I do not want it to get to a point where men are afraid, the good ones, my friend's a good one, men are afraid to even speak to you. Like, can't we just make an agreement as femmes, as women? Like, sometimes men will talk to us, because what else do we expect? Like, because if you stop all of them, like, stopping the bad ones, true, yeah, great, good. but you're also stopping the good ones. And then where do we go? Do we have to talk to them? Because I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing a man. I like come to me. I'll make the decision. Like, you can just brush off the like slightly uncomfortable ones, and obviously there's like levels to it, but like now I'm hearing people are even scared to even breathe in her direction. And I know there's some ladies in the back going like, yes, as he should be, but like, come on, like, what do we expect? What like, we need to find some middle ground here, because it's getting impossible out here. And like, where do we go from here? What do we expect them to do? Hello, can we have a meeting, please? Like,
I think, and there was one guy I think I heard talking about there's never really a right way to approach. And then I think somewhere at the end of his video or something like that, he might have mentioned when he runs into dudes, or, you know, he looked at the situation of men not approaching, it's usually a skill issue, or it's usually that she's not attracted to you, which, you know, pretty much that's what it's going to run into. But I think with the way that modern women act, it's kind of hard to see now, is it a skill issue, or is she just not attracted to me? A lot of time modern women don't even know, they don't know how to act. They can be attracted to a man and still be cutting up and clowning him, because that's what the group is doing. And obviously you got to be your own person, but you know, a lot of times women they're social. And so whatever the group is doing, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. Even though I would have liked the guy, I guess that's what I'm doing. Sometimes these women double back and talk to the guy. And the guy's like, well, why was you clowning me over there? Well, I was with the group and they was doing this, and this, but I really liked you, so I thought I didn't want to miss this chance. And they start talking, and then only come back after maybe a month, 2 months that they talking on a low, that she introduced him to the friend group, or the friends kind of see them out. Where you been, man? You've been missing in action, right? But modern women a lot of times are ruining their own approach. They're attracted to you, but they're ruining it with RBF or who they hang out with. There was a situation where two women were in a gym. A man approached one. Well, he actually approached the group, and you know what he said was kind of corny, but the woman liked him, and so she was listening to hear what he had to say. The woman on the other side, her friend, jumps into the situation and the conversation and starts talking over him, laughing and kikiing. The woman then looks at her friend and says, okay, I mean, I guess I should laugh. So she starts laughing, you know, kind of half-heartedly. And the woman, her friend, is still ruining her chance. She likes the guy. This is what some of these modern women are doing. They're ruining their chances for their friend because they're losers. Get away from them.